there, family. It's Dr. Roz,
It's your man, Kil.
and we are back with another question. This one is a great question. Take it away, Kil.
Uh,
We've been asked this several times. We've been trying to kind of like avoid it because we know it brings up certain issues. But I guess it really is something that really needs to be discussed because we have how many questions on this? About 50
Right.
at this point.
Alright, so I'm officially done with men. I'm a 38-year-old woman who has her own house, Lexus, and a great career. But it seems like there's something wrong with every man I date. They usually end up lying to me, cheating on me, or just losing interest. I think it's because they're intimidated by my success. So my question is to Kil, why are men intimidated by successful black women? Really? Really?
What?
Really?
But you're saying really like that doesn't happen. That totally is an issue for a black female.
Okay.
Successful black female.
Okay, well, that's cool. I'm just saying that in my opinion, and no disrespect to the dudes out there, but I feel like if you're intimidated by a successful woman, then you weak. That's just my take.
Okay,
on
but
it.
define weak.
You just weak. You got something wrong with you that if a woman has herself in a good place, that you're like, nah, I don't want that. I want a chick who in the unemployment line. Like, that just don't make no sense to me. I mean, I know there's dudes out there who exist, but in my opinion, I just think that's weak because you got.
But I don't think that's necessarily the mentality. I think really what it is that the expectation of what a man should do. And if you know you can't do those things, then most men, they'll probably get what they can get from a relationship, but then they roll out.
AKA that's weak. I mean, that's
I
just.
mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's just, I don't think it's like I need to go get the brokest chick. There are no expectations, but I think the expectations, and I'm taking up a dude right now. I think the expectations of what it is to be a provider can sometimes be so overwhelming that some men don't know how to deal with that.
I mean, I can understand that in a marriage. I understand that perspective. But if I just meet you in the club and it's like, yo, I'm a doctor, I'm not thinking provider. Ain't no dude in the club thinking about provider. Ain't nobody at Ben's next door talking about, and they're talking about provider.
But you know
at
what?
the end of the day,
when I tell people like, yeah, I'm a doctor, which I really rarely try to tell people sometimes. Professionally, yes, but personally, no, because the reaction that people have. But when I tell dudes like, oh, you're trying to read my mind, oh, let me stay away, oh, this, they have all these assumptions about you, and they don't even know me.
Those are weak dudes. You tell me you a doctor, I'm going to be like, yo, that's fly. Like, yo, that's what's up. Because my thing is, you got dudes half the times complaining about, yo, these chicks are gold diggers. They want to take what I got. They try to see what kind of car I'm driving. And then you meet a chick who got her own whip, got her own house, doing her own thing. Like, to me, that's fly. Now, again, I know that there are dudes out there who are like that. But, maybe it's just not no dudes on my team or, people I know. But I just think that's what we do. Now, the other aspect of it is where she's talking about that's what she thinks is the problem. And my thing is, you could be the problem. I mean, you could.
Wow. Well, yeah.
If every dude is cheating on you and lying to you and all those things, then, I mean, at the end of the day,
that is about
you could very well be the problem. And you just trying to blame it on the dude, like, oh, they're intimidated by me. Because keep in mind, she said she's done with dating. So it's not like she can't get a date. See, when you're talking about intimidation at the club or at the bar or whatever, you're talking about, hey, I'm a doctor. Oh, okay, well, they're already in the relationship.
That's true.
So it's not like it's that instant.
And she said they lose interest.
Right, so it's not like it's that immediate, yo, I just met you at the club and, now I'm trying to, so they're in relationships and it could just be you. You could be the problem.
Well, it could be the whole, I agree with that. I think sometimes we don't look at the role that we play, and sometimes, maybe a person's career is demanding. And
no, it could just be you. It could. It has nothing to do with the career. It could be your breath stinks. It could be the sex ain't good. It could be an array of things that just come down to you. It has nothing to do with a person's career. And this is where me and Dr. Roz bounce off each other because she's so much elegant and putting words together. It could just be you. You cannot be a nice person. You cannot be a giving person. There's a million things that could be wrong with you. So before you I'm done with men. You need to do some self-assessment and try to figure out, well, maybe it's something I'm doing. I saw some old wag. I don't even know if this was a B movie. It could have been a D movie on BET. But
What's the name of it?
I don't even know. But the concept wasn't bad. It was about this shorty who called like 4 of her ex-boyfriends and was like, you know, what was wrong with me? Like, why didn't it work out? Like, why, you know, one dude was like, you were nosy, and, you know, another dude said it was something else, and another, you know, and then like, I think at the end, like the one dude that she really liked, but he was the one who was like, you were nosy, they went out to lunch, and he specifically left his cell phone on the table, and then she checked it, and he was watching her. You know, so like for that chick right there, she could have been like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and it's the men, but it's like, no, you could be nosy, you could just not be a good person, you could maybe not be fun, you know, not to stereotype a lot of successful women, because I'm not, but some of them could be sticky.
I'm a lot of fun.
Yeah, some people could be like boring, like, you know, I'm a doctor and I'm up here and I only go to these kind of parties and I only hang with this type of crowd. And, you know, the dude who's not a doctor or who's not in a fraternity or who does not, you know, may not want to run in them circles, you know, could be like, yo, you whack. The people you hang with is whack. You know, what you do is whack. So, you know, look at yourself, you know. And I know that's something that a lot of people don't want to do, you know, but you kind of got to look at yourself and say, you know, could there be something wrong with me?
I think you bring up a great point. I do respect that you know,
you respect it, but you disagree with it or something?
No.
Okay.
I don't disagree, but I do think that there are men out there that whole factor of women being successful is very hard for them to swallow.
Okay.
It's a hard pill to swallow, and in a sense, it makes us very bitter and jaded as African American women, because it's like we try.
You know what kills me with y'all? Just hold that thought, because it's just funny, because any other time when women talk about themselves, they're black women.
Oh.
But then when you want to be like talking about career and money, now we're African American women.
I'm trying to be
politically y'all black.
correct.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to be politically correct here.
Okay, so as an African American woman.
As an African American woman, though, it is quite hard. I promise you, probably if I was not married, it would be probably hard for me to date.
Okay.
Right now, because I do know that with my profession.
All right, so tell me this, off the top of your head, you're out, you're single. Out of 10 guys, how many do you think would be intimidated if you say, you know, I'm a clinical psychologist, I have my doctorate, blah, blah, blah. How many out of that 10 do you think would be intimidated out of that 10?
I'm not sure if they'd be intimidated, but they may take a step back. I just give regular Joes. Like,
okay, so how many?
All 10.
All 10.
Okay, I'll be a little bit more liberal, 8.
8. Well, then you need to hang at different places. What bars do you go to?
That's the thing. I don't go to bars.
Okay, well, where are you at with all 10? And see, that may be the question. Like, where are you picking up these dudes at all 8 are intimidated?
But you know, it's kind of like when I meet people kind of random. Because, okay, for those of you that don't know my personality, I don't meet strangers. I talk to everybody. So I do meet people kind of randomly.
Right.
At the gas station, you know, just randomly. And the moment that kind of conversation comes up about what do you do? Oh, you trying to read my mind? No, not really. Not unless I'm getting paid for it. You know what I mean? That's mean.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
You gotta find some new places. But you know, if that's what you think that many people would be intimidated. Then,
well, here's the truth, because I have so many girlfriends that I did graduate with that are single, beautiful, intelligent, strong Black women. And cool, you know, because I'm not going to really associate with.
But see, this is the thing.
But you're right, people are different in friendships than they are in relationships.
So you could be cool as a person.
But still a person having a good heart, that has to stand for something.
Yeah, that stands for something, but if you're going through my phone every second or trying to get my email passwords or my Facebook passwords.
But are you looking at what you're doing to make her feel that way? See, that's another conversation.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying.
Wait, if you're participating in behavior that makes someone feel insecure,
okay,
then I'm going to get very technical. People have to find a way to ward off that anxiety and that stress. And so maybe her thing is, not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's right, but maybe her thing is to get rid of that stress is to know what's going on.
But
if you're not open to
what
it.
if I haven't done anything? Because let's be real, a lot of women who are, no, hold tight. A lot of women who are in their 30s, late 30s, early 40s, have been in a number of relationships and have been cheated on and have a lot of, stuff that's still stuck to them from past relationships, from what my past man did and what my past man did. So there's a lot of people, I agree with you, that if a dude is out there doing X, Y, and Z, then again, it's not right, but I understand why Shorty's going through your phone. But if I'm not doing nothing and you're just going through my phone because your ex-man or the dude two relationships ago did it or whatever, that's what I'm talking about. You got to do the self-assessment of yourself.
I agree with that.
And even though the movie was dumb, I actually thought, that may be a good idea. Women, call 2 or 3 ex-boyfriends, email them if you still in love with them. Well, don't call them if you're still in love with them. I ain't trying to get you back and no crazy relationship you fought years to get out of. But if you're cordial with them, ask them like, why you ain't married me? Why when you left me, then I hear a year later you get married? And I hear that a lot from
it does.
Like, I was with this dude for 5 years. We broke up, and I look up on he married. So at the end of the day, the sad part was, and I don't mean to sound mean, you wasn't marriage material to him. To him, I didn't say you weren't marriage material. At all. You weren't marriage material to him. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying for Shorty is, okay, maybe the men are intimidated by you, but once you're in that relationship, I just think you have to do some self-assessment too, because what she's saying could be 100% true, that they're intimidated. Right, that they're intimidated, but at the end of the day, men cheat on women who we're not intimidated by. Men, a lot of women we're not. So it's not like this person is just doing these things because of that. Dude could just be a man.
But we can't negate the fact that this is a serious issue in our community. And, herein lies where that whole sisters get upset about those biracial relationships, because it's like, here I am, I'm a good woman, and I've been waiting. How much longer do I have to wait?
This is why I like the concept of calling some ex-boyfriends, calling some of your male friends, and things like that. Because I don't know too many women. In fact, I don't think I've ever met one who has said, I'm a bad person. I think every woman out there thinks she's a good catch.
Well, but
no, I'm just saying, really think about that. So the woman, peep this, the woman who goes through your phone thinks she's a good catch. The woman who's a little crazy and is hiding in the bushes with binoculars looking at you at your job, she thinks she's a good woman. The woman who
she knows how to stake out.
Yeah, the woman who will steal your credit card and go run up a bill, she thinks she's a good woman. I've never met a woman.
She is a good woman. She's looking good for you.
I've never met a woman who has not thought she was a good woman.
I've never met a dude who hasn't thought that he was a good dude.
I know dudes who may feel like, I really need to get some things in line first. And
there's some women
like I said, I just haven't met them. I haven't met the woman who's like, what, Kil? No, I'm just saying, I got a rack of homegirls. I got sisters. I got, so my whole thing is that I haven't met that chick who said to me, you know what, I need to get myself straight. There's some things I need to work out with me first before I get back into the game. Well, I have met some chicks who have felt that way. That's usually after divorce or something like that. It's like after a horrible breakup or a bad divorce.
You're the kind of person you can talk to that I can't imagine people not being that honest.
Right, but the bulk of women are like, I'm a good woman.
Well, yeah.
And what I'm just saying is that you got to understand that maybe from a man's perspective, some of the things that you do, nagging, what did you talk about the last time? You missed church, now you owe me one. You may just sank his ship right there. We'll admit it don't take a lot. One good comment, we check out. Yeah, we still having sex with you. Yeah, we still there, but you are no longer on the wifey list. You are no longer on the, it don't take much for you to get kicked off.
Good information, ladies. Good information.
But again, I just think Shorty has to just really look at what's going on and look at it like just do some self-assessment too. So
great answer, Kil.
So tilldefinfo.com. Keep the questions coming. Tilldefinfo@gmail.com.
That's Kil, and I'm Dr. Roz.
Keep it locked.